From the campus of Dixie State University, the Community Education Channel presents Red Storm Volleyball.
A 6-foot sophomore from Northridge, California, number 13, Kara Otten. A 5'8" junior from Huntington Beach, California, number 14, Taylor Dennison. And a 5'9" junior from Murrieta, California, number 15.
Welcome, folks, to the Dixie State women's volleyball game. We have, again, your Dixie State women volleyball team playing against Concordia, coming out of Irvine, California. Concordia just got done naming their starters.
As we will now announce Dixie's starters. Starting for the Red Storm tonight, 6'2" junior from St. George, Utah, number 3, Lindsey Jones. You got the next one.
Number 4, outside hitter, Taylor Durea from Logan, Utah.
Number 10, Brett Anderson.
And we have number 12, Delaney Daniel from American Fork, Utah.
Kaylee Fry, number 15, your setter from Orem, Utah.
And we have number 17, Mackenzie Bird Murphy.
A local right here in St. George, went to Snow Canyon High School. Head coach here, Robin Felder at Dixie.
You're a lot quieter.
Oh.
And I believe we're going to go to the national anthem. So we'll step aside and we'll be right back.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him.
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
The Community Education Channel, serving Washington County for 20 years, covering DSU athletics, local high school events, city councils, the Economic Summit, Chamber of Commerce meetings, community events like Washington City Veterans Day celebration, and much more. Visit cectvutah.com for broadcast schedule and more information.
And we're back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 1 is just about to get underway as the teams will say their last little cheers, and we'll be on our way. For you, real quick, Concordia starters, we've got number 3, outside hitter Rachel Flynn, number 9, Olivia Zolezi, number 10, Madeline Dieters, number 12, Amber Rose, number 13, Kira Otten, 14, Taylor Denson, and number 15, Morgan Dunley.
And your starters for your Dixie State Red Storm, number 3, Lindsey Jones, number 4, Taylor Durea, number 10, Brett Anderson, number 12, Delaney Daniel, number 15, Kaylee Fry, and number 17, Mackenzie Bird Murphy.
And we are here, ready, waiting to see who will serve. It is Concordia with the first serve, I believe. We've got our libero in the game, so I imagine Concordia will be serving. Number 14, libero for Concordia, is Taylor Denson. She is in the green. And back to serve is number 10, Madeline Dieters. And we're underway. Delaney Daniels digs it up. Kaylee Fry sets it over to Taylor Derea, and Derea puts it away. 1-0, Dixie State.
Derea coming off a nice hot streak over here the past 2 games, being a big factor in those 2 wins on Wednesday and Saturday.
Derea's been playing very well at home. Anderson slides in, puts it up top, just out.
Anderson.
Now checking in, number 10, Brett Anderson. For Dixie, serving number 13 for Concordia, number 13, Kira Otten.
Daniel with the swing. Concordia's defense picks it up. And a block. Oh.
The net with the block there. Dixie was there. The net took care of it. 2-1 Dixie.
Serving for Dixie, Mackenzie Bird Murphy.
Mackenzie Bird Murphy now serving for Dixie. Outside, and the tip falls for number 3, Rachel Flynn. Rachel in the last game had an impressive 19 kills when they played Notre Dame at home just last Saturday. And I believe she's one of the players to watch for Concordia. She is their main go-to with the 19 kills is impressive anywhere you're at. But coming from an outside hitter, that's what you would want from your outside hitter.
And a nice pass. Oh.
Anderson digs it up, and I believe Rachel Flynn once again puts it away for Concordia. On the overpass on the dig from Anderson there. Here's your replay. Up and down.
Free gift from Dixie State. Hopefully don't be giving those too many tonight.
Delaney with the pass. Fry sets it up to somebody. To Brett. As Brett sends it off the block and out of bounds for another point for Dixie. That ties us up at 3-3. Talia Brown in serving now. Hannah Andrews with the swing again, blocked twice, dug up, and out of bounds. Dixie State with an excellent dig and an excellent block on that play. As Hannah Andrews has checked in for Concordia, being blocked twice on that play. There's your block. Great effort to get it back, not in bounds.
Oh,
quick set.
Just through the hands of the Dixie State defenders.
Amber Rose with that quick kill.
We have number 3, Rachel Flynn, getting ready to serve for Concordia, as the score is tied up 4-4.
Line drive serve, very effective as the pass is not close enough to the setter, and the ball lands there for Rachel.
There we go with the ace. Just not enough to get it up there.
Excellent block there by Concordia, but Dixie State recovers, and they get a 2 call. 2 hits, excellent block there by the middle. Great swing from Concordia, but an even more impressive dig to get that ball up and back over. 5-5. Number 12, Delaney Daniels serving for Dixie.
Oh.
Delaney Daniels with an excellent save.
A great passing by that Dixie State back row. And then to finish it with the block with Derea and Jones up on that net.
Excellent play of defense there. You can't do much more.
You can't do much about that one.
Talia was all over the court on that one.
Talia and Daniels, indeed.
Talia, the first one, dived there at the front, and then Daniel right behind her to get that ball up.
set.
Excellent hustle there from Dixie State.
And off the hands of Daniel, that was number 12, Amber Rose.
Now serving Taylor Dennison. Taylor had 3 aces in her game Saturday, including two aces in a row to end that match. She gets a good serve on that one, and she'll get another try here. 7-6 Concordia.
And another ace coming in
serve
for Concordia by number 14, Taylor Dennison.
That serve just dropped right off the table just like the first one did. To the returners, it appears it's coming long, and then it just dives. And then right as I say that, she goes to the long serve and almost catches Dixie State sleeping.
Dig by Brown. Doria up and blocked by number 16 and number 13, Hannah Andrews and Kara Alton.
Concordia a little taller than the game we last announced on Wednesday with Notre Dame. Their front line looks a little bit taller. They kind of match up with Dixie's height a little better, it would appear.
Even the matchup with on Saturday as they played, as they beat Holy Names, Dixie State was the taller team. I think the shortest person at times was Delaney Daniels, standing at 5'9". It'd be interesting to see. It seems so far a pretty evenly matched game. As Concordia is up 10-6.
Madison Dieters there with the kill. Off the block, using the block very effectively. Goes outside to Dorea. Dug up by Dennison. Quick set again. Talia once again digs it up. Daniel with the dig. Talia puts it up in the air. It's over. And down. Dixie with the scramble point. Well, they'll take any points they can get at this moment. Excellent hustle there from both sides, really, to keep that point alive and keep that play going. Browns pushes that there over, and it falls for her. Now serving is the libero, Alex. It's number 16, Hannah Andrews with the kill.
Hannah Andrews, number 16, as I was talking to Coach Weisenhoff, she is one of the players to watch. They've been very impressive as we talk about, as she again just had that, as you see in our replay, that swing and kill. Number 9, Olivia Solezi, excuse me if I pronounced that wrong.
Dixie State gets one to fall. Back in for Dixie State is number 10, Brett Anderson. Excellent use of the line there on that replay to bring the score 8-11. And now serving. Daniel once again scrambling, gets to the ball.
That was Fry with the save. And that was Dieters with the swing, and it was out.
No touch. Ball was called long. Kaylee Fry back to serve.
You look at the replay here.
It appeared to be in on the replay, but
looked pretty close.
She had a better angle on the line, obviously. That's what she does for a living.
That we do up here.
That one is clearly out. No touch. Kaylee Fry back to serve again as Concordia tries to control the rally here that Dixie State is making. 10-11 is your score for Dixie State. Kaylee Fry serve long. Concordia side out. 12 serving to Dixie State's 10 will be number 10, Madeline Dieters.
Oh, and a nice set and nice swing come from number 17, Bird Murphy.
Kaylee Fry got a quick one there with Bird Murphy right around the backside. Our 88, our lightning strike, whatever we called it, that worked. Dorea sends one deep. Concordia unable to put a free ball over as the ball bounced off the ceiling there, kind of threw the players off for a second. We've got 12-12. Just on the replay there, just out. As we come back live, the serve was served just long, 13-12 Concordia. Service to number 13, Kira Otten.
Bird Murphy again with that swing coming off the middle. Doing an excellent job. She's swinging with some authority right now in this game.
That's where the height comes in, too, because these sets are just barely getting above the net, and they're trying to beat the blockers up, which they're having some success early.
That kill was tying it up for Dixie State, hopefully to take the lead.
Outside to Miss Flynn, I believe. That is Rachel Flynn with the kill. She is also one of the players to watch. Obviously, in the last game against Notre Dame, she had 19 kills, and she is on her way to having a few here. Alex Anderson with the dig. Over to Daniel. And Daniel places one nicely.
Well, I'm hoping we get a replay of that. That was Daniel getting up there. And here you go. And the ball just... Wow, that was coming with some power.
Morgan Nunley had no choice whether she was going to try to set that or block it. It ended up going right through her hands to her face.
You could be a man and that would have hurt.
Yes. That's kind of right. One of those spots where it hits you and you're just like, I'm not crying because it hurt. I'm crying because it hit me right in the nose, you know?
Yeah, indeed.
That was a great shot, but Concordia answers back, gets the serve with this kill here. Right down the line, just through Alex Anderson's hands. And it's Rachel Flynn back to serve for Concordia here in game one. Oh, Mackenzie Bird Murphy goes to the tip. It's dug back up.
That was a nice hit coming from Lindsay Jones.
That was actually Lindsay, my bad.
Spot. Tip comes back up, and she got a free gift. Nice set coming from Concordia. And she just hit it back in where nobody was at.
All 6 players inside the 10-foot line there. Oh, an excellent serve there from Delaney. Dug up as Dieter sends it long for Concordia. Madeline Dieters,
Hayden, it's still a very back-to-forth match. I mean, it's 16-15 Dixie State. Really, you know, it's definitely, I would say, a pretty evenly matched right now.
Delaney, another excellent serve, catches the tip of the net, though. An excellent block from number 3, Lindsay Jones, and her counterpart, I'm not sure who it was, might have been Dorea.
And we have a touch.
Calling touched on that call. And we got ourselves a timeout. I did not see the touch from my angle, but I was wondering if we would see it again. I think it was the girl who swung.
And here is the last point. Daniel just getting it over. It looks like he grazed the libero's leg.
Whether it got the libero or not sure there. But that puts us at 17-15 Concordia, or Dixie State, pardon me, as we are at a timeout.
So, yeah. So as you're tuning in, we're Concordia again, as we've said before, is coming off the sweep against Notre Dame on Saturday, who Dixie State played last Wednesday and went 5. Actually, a really good game. And talking about coming off the road, and this is actually Concordia's first time playing here at Dixie. Talking to Coach Weishoff, she said it's going to be a good battle, especially when teams play at home, they tend to play better. You know, and that's the feeling right now for Concordia.
We also asked Coach Felder, after winning 2 in a row at home, what is the feeling with the team? Everyone said they're in a good mood, motivated, one of the top teams in conference at the time, at home. So, obviously, if you win 2 of your games at home and you haven't lost, you're going to be one of the top teams at home in your conference.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I mean, at least for the last 2 years, Dixie has a very good record playing at home when it comes to conference play.
Tough to beat at home. And the timeout ices Delaney Daniel as she serves her first shot into the net. Back to number 14 now, the libero for Concordia, Taylor Dennison. Brown puts it up, outside to Derea. Derea right into the block and down. Taylor pushes that one through the block, not able to close it off was Concordia. Point to Derea. Now in number...
Last replay, Kona. Derea
8.
going up with the swing and through the defenders at Concordia, getting that point for Dixie State.
Alex Anderson with the serve. Tries to go with the tip and just pushes it a little wide. Side out, Dixie. Oh no, pardon me, we served that. Alex with the serve again, 18-16. We have 19-16 on the scoreboard in the house. We'll go with that. 19-16 at home. You're 20-16.
Derea with the big block on defense. And another timeout by Concordia. As you watch this right here going up, Taylor says, not in my house.
Very difficult to get a block there by yourself, but she got up in the way and made an excellent play there.
Definitely.
In Dixie's last match on Saturday, we had Taylor Derea leading the team in kills with 10. Lindsey Jones added 9, and Delaney Daniel also added 7, which we've seen as kind of a trend with the games we've been part of, is watching Taylor, Delaney, and Lindsey Jones all be a big part of the hitters.
Definitely. You know, I think they're a pretty well-balanced team, and like we talked about, in their last 2 matches, Daniel would probably be sometimes the shortest player on the court, and she's standing at like 5'9", 5'10". I think the average is 5'11", 6 foot for Dixie State, which is definitely a good thing.
For Concordia last week, when they played Notre Dame on Saturday, like we mentioned before, Rachel Flynn had 19 kills. And then the middles also combined for another 19. Kira Alton had 10, and Amber Rose had 9. But when we talked to the coach for Concordia, that she said one of her players to watch was number 16, Hannah Andrews. So we'll be keeping our eye on all those players throughout the day, or the evening. As they go quick to number 13, Kira Alton, right on cue, as she is one of the middles for Concordia.
Concordia looking to get back into this thing and hopefully have momentum swing their way. Here we go again with that pass. Second from 15 and on right there with the swing off the hands of Dixie State.
Concordia doing a very good job early, mixing it up with the quick sets as well as the timed sets, just to keep the defense of Dixie off balance. Oh, excellent play there by Miss Fry as she sees the defense creep in, thinking they're going to set up, and she sends it right back over to the corner.
What definitely good vision for Fry to find that spot, as you can see right here. Seeing everybody coming up, expecting a tip, and she just hits
Being
it
a
long.
setter, you don't expect her to go with the swing too often, but also being the setter, you know she has great court vision because she has to see where she's going to go with the ball, and that play she obviously did, as Rachel Flynn sends her attempt long from the back row. 22-17, Dixie State. There's Rachel's hit again, once again. Just out. Kaylee with the serve. They go quick again. Kaylee with a touch, but no one else able to corral it. Side out. Now back to serve is number 10, Dieters.
There goes that replay again, and she hits it. It's off the hands of Dixie State. And the ace coming from number 10. That was Dieter.
Madeline Dieters
just can't get the pass.
serving again, 19-22, as you can see there on your screen. Outside to number 10, Brett Anderson, and she puts it away off the dig, out of bounds. Dixie 23, Concordia 19. Taylor Derea is back to serve for Dixie.
There he goes with that swing off the libero's hand. It's just into the crowd.
Derea serves pushed over. They go with the quick set and the quick kill, number 13, Kira Otten. The quick stuff is really getting to Dixie. They're almost not even having time to get set up with the defense.
Yes,
as you can see, the block is only one person. Usually want to get 2 people up there, try to block with 4 hands, get in the way a little more. But it's not always a given.
Oh.
That's Rachel Flynn, I believe.
Rachel Flynn again for Concordia.
She's
trying to bring it back into them, bring the momentum back and keep them in the game. And that was Dixie State with the timeout, as you see right there, Flynn.
Rachel on her roster says 6'1". She appears to be a little bit taller than that with that wingspan. She barely even had to get off the floor there to put that one down.
I was hoping to try to interview the players in pregame, get their opinion of the game and how they're feeling. I would say 6'1", 6'2" would be pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate.
As I stand about 6'1" myself, and with shoes on, so.
I walk out there at 6 foot, and I'm no longer a giant. I feel rather short out there on the volleyball court. I'm just glad I don't have to play against them.
All right, folks. Dixie State hopefully icing Concordia right now as they're just getting Dixie State trying to get to close this game as it's 23-21. Your Dixie State Red Storm.
Kira Otten back to serve for Concordia. Delaney puts it down. Oh, dug up as Dieters tries to send it across the net. Just catches the top as Dixie State will have a chance to serve for game 1.
And hopefully Dixie State gets to close this out. And Bird Murphy with the serve.
Lindsey Jones, I believe, with the 2-hand put down.
Brett Anderson there with the quick swipe as they try to come over the net.
Dixie State takes game 1, 25 to Concordia's 21. As you see there, Lindsey and Brett tag team that ball to put it down. Game 1 to Dixie.
What happened?
What? Boardwalk Cabinetry, Boulevard Home Furnishings, Boulevard Motors, Life Solutions and Excavation, Booking of Echo, Cash Valley Bank, Camping World.
Here we go. Some of the highlights goes Daniel right there with the swing, tip by Jones, and then that back row hit. No. Blocked by Durea.
We've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds. We'll go ahead and be back in about 2 minutes. We'll step aside.
There is a place where the sun doesn't hide in the winter, where the greens stay green and the crimson canyons still glow. There is a place where dimples determine destiny, and a tiny wooden tee holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where we drive for show, putt for dough, and settle the score with another round. There is a place.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
There is a place where looking out means looking in, where an impression lasting only a few seconds will be imprinted on a life forever, where courage is forged and innocence rediscovered, where remembering is rewarding and forgetting unforgettable. There is a place where truth is felt and where seeing is believing. There is a place.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly. Tiana gave her pet the royal treatment. Belle found beauty where no one else did. And you can too. Share your heart. Share your love. Bring home your forever friend. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
And we're back, folks. This is Hayden Peterson with Nate Lalo. Is that correct on your last name?
Lalo, yeah.
Lalo.
No, you're good.
Pretty close.
Yeah, good.
But Nate, as you talked to Coach Felder about what was the biggest keys and difference makers in this game, what did she have for you?
You know, as we were talking, she just said momentum and less errors. That was possibly one of the biggest things. Playing clean volleyball and containing their offense.
I think Felder did a good job keeping the momentum there, using her timeouts wisely in the first game.
Yeah.
And Dixie did a good job as well, not letting them rattle off a few serves
Dixie,
in a row.
Agreed. Dixie, which for the most part, Concordia did not get on any hot streak, as we've seen before, like last week against Notre Dame, or that game went to 5. And so yeah, that's how it's looking so far. As also talking to Concordia's coach, Coach Wissoff, again, I apologize for the name error. I asked what would be the biggest difference in winning this game, and she said it's just whoever has momentum, and also just serving and passing. Concordia having a couple aces the last game, so just had a few errors or a few lucky balls dropped for Dixie State on their side. So
yeah, volleyball really is a game of momentum. It's just whoever has it when it comes and goes, and how long it stays.
And who can roll with it the longest. All right, now it's Fry with the serve for Dixie State.
Rachel goes with the rolling float shot. It just does not quite make it above the net, as we had the middle block there. I believe it's Derea. It looked like Derea did get a hand on the ball there at the very top. Fry to serve again. Anderson with the dig, out to Fry. Fry to Delaney Daniel on the back row, just misses. Just set long, 1-1 here in game 2. Entering the game now is number 23 for Dieters. That is Kylie Shoemaker. Number 3, Rachel Flynn, back to serve for Concordia. Go with the quick push. And number 17, that is Mackenzie Bird Murphy with the tip kill. Back to serve for Dixie, number 4, Taylor Derea.
Bird Murphy right there in the middle of that offense where it was wide open.
We've got a small child on the court in the far corner. They are cleared and we are good to go. Derea with the serve. The setter did not get the equal amount of hands on that ball. She sent it with one hand and then pushed it the rest of the way. The other 2 hits. Derea trying to catch some momentum here for Dixie. The big block up there. Once again, the block there. The ball sent down. Flynn up to Schumacher. Kaylee goes quick. An excellent point as it is held off by Concordia.
That was a nice little rally they had there.
2 or 3 different good blocks.
Dixie
and
State's
digs.
defense looking kind of like Fort Knox. Nothing was getting in.
That's right.
Trying to keep everything on that side of the net.
Taylor Dennison back to serve for Concordia. Delaney Daniel with the pass. Quick up top. Dug up. Schumacher with the hit. Alex Anderson sends it up in the air. It is chased, and Delaney Daniel sends it over. Number 13 with the kill, Kira Otten.
Otten having a pretty good night so far. Definitely, especially that middle coming off the middle right there, and that quick set.
On her 6-foot frame, gets up very quick on that play. As we have 3-3 Dixie and Concordia in game 2. Delaney Daniel sends one off the block of Otten, and Andrews into the third row.
Daniel swings with some authority. As I'm watching her taking her approach and her swing, she's using her whole body in that thing.
Yeah, Delaney attacks angry. A lot like the swing there from number 16, Hannah Andrews. One of the players that Coach Weishoff said you need to watch today. As you can see why. She gets a lot of momentum in that long arm that she has that kicks back for that swing.
Definitely.
There's really no momentum swings here in game 2 so far. We're even at 4-4. Dixie goes quick. The tip is there, but the blocked back by number 13, Kira Otten.
Another player to watch also has for Concordia that the coach has told us about. It's their libero, number 14, Taylor Dennison. Excellent player, definitely putting her body out there in the sense of not letting anything go, trying to keep everything up and everything going.
Delaney Daniel sends one off the block once again and out of bounds.
And again, that was Daniel with that swing off the hands of Concordia's defense.
Brown into serve for Dixie. That is going to be a double as well, as the setter is not able to get the hands together on that set. As she tried to go back door there to Kira. Just not able to get the hands where she needed them for that play.
Bad pass by Concordia.
Kaylee
and
Fry.
A nice little trickery coming from Fry.
As Dixie State trying to grab a little momentum here with Brown serving. This is her third serve.
And got you. Seemed to catch the whole Concordia defense off. Brown with the serve.
There's that back door we've been talking about. Delaney Daniel gets up, has to push it, and it's deep. No touch, out of bounds. Concordia living with the quick stuff, like we mentioned earlier. They're trying to stay quick, trying to keep Dixie State's blocks off balance because of how tall they are. Number 10 stepping back, Madeline Dieters to serve for Concordia.
Daniels up and is out. Dieters again getting ready to serve for Concordia.
In the net, number 3, that is Lindsey Jones, called for in the net. That ball appeared to go right off of Jacqueline Condi's face on the serve there, which kind of messed up the timing of the entire play, but an excellent hustle there from Taylor Dennison to dig that ball back up, even though it was called dead with the net.
Yeah.
Concordia has stolen 4 points in a row from Dixie.
And a tip.
As all 3 of those balls did not move. Straight spot, straight up and straight down. Oh, the quick ball not going to be there in time. Dixie finally counters back to the side out and leaves us 8-8. Dorea enters the game for Condi. Dorea entering into her favorite spot to hit, right up there on that outside corner. Looked like the setter just got a little confused whether she was going to go to Kira Otten or Rachel Flynn there. It was a little out of Otten's reach and just a little too early for Flynn. Delaney Daniel sends one back to the far side off the roof. And Flynn sends it into the net. No block there. The ball was too low. As Delaney Daniel steps back to serve again for Dixie.
Here we go again. Flynn again trying to get it up there. It's just block.
Rachel Flynn with the shot. Talia digs it up. Outside to Daniel, or no, to Rhea, pardon me. Quick to Flynn. Delaney from the middle. Dug up by Dennison. The left-handed tip. It's up. It's not up. The ball was down. Line judge had the call there on the far corner. As Talia dove in for the pancake, but was unable to make it. 9-9 here in game 2.
the home crowd trying to get a little energy going on.
Kaylee with an
excellent.
excellent.
Trying to intimidate Concordia in a sense.
Kaylee gets him with a quick tip right here. Whoop, right out the back door. No one there. As
Fry's vision
sleeping.
is
in the back of her head.
Yeah, literally, eyes in the back of her head.
Alex sends one over. Flynn swinging off the block of Kaylee Fry, and Anderson unable to get to it. Now entering the game, number 16 for number 1. That is Hannah Andrews for Concordia.
Number 2, Logan Grove getting ready to serve.
Got him with the quick as Bird Murphy sends it off the dig out of bounds for a point for Dixie. Once again, going quick so the defense does not have time to set up is paying off both ways for Dixie and Concordia. Andrews with the smash. Kaylee goes backside.
Oh, and a nice dig from the libero.
Off the speaker. Dug up once again.
This is some nice swings going on.
Back and forth, just like you want it in practice. Oh, no one there. As Kaylee Fry thought Brett Anderson was going to be farther outside. She was not. And that rally ends on an error. Just a miscommunication after a long point.
Yeah.
Understandable. Probably not something you want to see, but you can see where they got lost. 11-11, Concordia serving. Service goes long. Rachel Flynn misses as Dorea steps back to serve for Dixie. Halfway through game 2, Nate, have you seen any momentum swings?
I've seen like 2 points here and there, but nobody on a roll yet. This is and they are trading blows.
Good hit down the line, just a little wide. As the hitters are now taking a little more notice as to where the blocks are, trying to avoid them a little more than early in the first 2 games. There's the tip. Andrew sends it up. Anderson with a great dig. Kaylee sets it out to Delaney. Delaney sends it off.
Bird Murphy again with the swing. This is dug by that defense, number 16. Oh, ooh. Out.
And Hannah Andrews hits one off the block as it lands back on Concordia's side, but out of bounds. Excellent points here. We've had we've had 2 or 3 good long points here in this game too. Taylor Dennison, one of the players to watch, now serving for Concordia. Number 10, Brett Anderson with the kill off the block as it sails wide. Concordia trailing 14-12 here in game 2. Bird Murphy with the serve as Concordia is unable to track down the second hit.
Yeah. Concordia all kind of like looking at each other as
Concordia tries to kill the momentum here as Dixie's taking a 3-point lead, 15-12 in game 2. Got a 1-minute timeout here. And when you ask Coach Felder what the most impressive thing has been with this home winning streak, we've got 2 games in a row here, going for 3 tonight. What was her response and what was kind of bringing them to these wins?
She said biggest thing that's improved is what they needed improving, and that was their serving and their passing. As we watched Wednesday against Notre Dame and Saturday against Holy Names, they've had a lot of aces. Passing is also improved, is doing well in helping create that offense for Dixie State. So,
and I loved her reply to your question of the players to watch, and she said just the balanced team. As Dixie's kind of been putting together an all-around effort tonight. You can go when you see Dorea on the court as an opposing team, you got to go to block her. But then you see Dorea or Daniel, you got to go to block her, and then Lindsey Jones and Bird Murphy.
Agreed.
Where do you go as a block? You can't really cheat to one side. So I think that's what she means by having a balanced team.
Especially when you have Daniel in the back row, swinging from back row, definitely adds another cylinder to that team. So we're hoping Concordia again. Then, you know, one thing that coach has talked about them, they're resilient. You know, they always play in the moment. It's nothing less than 100% every time they play.
Up top to Daniel, blocked back. The pass is dug up. Kaylee goes and gets it. Sends it to Daniel again, and Daniel rolls one out to the back corner. Taylor Dennison lifts it up over to number 23, Kylie Schumacher. Blocked down again. Dug up. Back row to Bird Murphy. Taylor Dennison goes after it. Rachel Flynn sends the free ball over. Kaylee Fry with the quick set up the middle. Flynn sends it over off the roof, and that ball is down. Kill 2, I believe. Was that Lindsay?
Yeah.
Right through the middle?
Yeah.
Excellent point there by Dixie State, as it is 16-12.
Replay, Lindsay. Looking at that.
Excellent ups there by Dixie once again. Concordia goes backside, dug up. There, we have to go into the stands for that one. Run over a few chairs, come back, hopefully everyone's all right. Souvenir up there in the top row. Just kidding, you can't have it, give it back. Just making sure the audience is still awake. Farron Duncan into serve for Concordia. A little float serve. Oh, as Kaylee Fry tries to bring it back onto her side. Lindsey Jones just not quite tall enough in that occasion. 16-14, Dixie State. Farron serve sails just long as Talia Brown will check back in now to serve for Brett Anderson. As you see that replay, the ball just sailed a couple inches long there. Talia gets the call from the coach as she sets up the serve. Right between Flynn and Dennison. Back door, off the block, number 13 with the kill, Kira Otten. Kira having herself a game 2 here.
Here goes that 88 or that slide set, which has proven I'm pretty sure it's almost 100% when Dixie runs that same set.
It's just so much quicker, and the block doesn't. Yeah. If the block commits to it early, then obviously Kaylee or the other setter is just going to go to the opposite side where it's one-on-one. So it's really something tough to get a block up on. As there's a block out of bounds, number 15, Kaylee Fry gets a hand on it, but it sails wide. Concordia making a run here themselves to get back to 16. Rachel Flynn with that kill. 16-17. Dixie State with the lead. Dieters with the serve. Middle to Lindsey Jones. Just long. And we're deadlocked here at 17. Once again, the biggest lead by either team in this game has been 3. As Dixie State's 3-point lead was just erased. And we are back to 17 all. Madeline Dieters with the serve. Delaney off the block, dug up. Over to Flynn with the tip. Talia tips it up. Set.
And a tip goes out for Daniel.
Daniel just unable to corral that one where she was trying to go with the tip as Coach Felder watches the rally off 4 straight points.
There we go.
And decides to try to kill the momentum before it gets too much. 18-17, Concordia. We asked Coach Felder who's been impressive so far in this young season. And her response to that was?
She had multiple players to talk about. She talked about Bird Murphy, as she said, a creative play. Dorea, who's young and it moves well. Anderson also playing that libero, helping create offensive opportunities for Dixie State. So that's pretty good. And again, I asked that same question to Concordia, and the coach said, again, Rachel Flynn, who's coming off a 19-kill game against Notre Dame, number 16. who is Hannah Andrews, another outside hitter, and the libero again, number 14, Taylor Dennison. So, you know, all the players to watch as well, who they've been considered impressive on both sides, have been big factors in this game today.
The float serve. Fry goes up and tips it over. Flynn turns and gets a kill, as Concordia keeps the momentum as they've rallied off 5 straight here to take the lead from 17-14. We are now at 17-19 Concordia. Dixie State looking for a side out here. Fry and Daniel just off on the timing there, as Flynn with another kill for Concordia. Concordia running away right here.
There we go. Flynn is that go-to player tonight. She is just 2 swings in a row, and she's actually been the reason why they're on that 6-point roll.
Alex Anderson subs in for Delaney Daniel on the back row to pass here. Or no, she's on the outside, pardon me. As Kaylee Fry gets the tip and the point, gets Concordia off the serve, 20-18 as Dixie steps back to serve. It will be
here we go, Fry with that set, and in the middle again it drops. It's a huge help when your setter is 5'11", 6 foot.
Number
and
1,
jump out the roof.
Sydney Brandon from Bountiful comes in to serve for Dixie. Taylor Flynn digs it up. Alex with the dig. Fry, quick, and down. Number 3, Lindsey Jones with the kill. Fry goes quick, Jones puts it away. Sydney Brandon back to serve again, a freshman.
Go. Jones, swing and down.
Excellent play there by the setter to keep that one alive. Alex saves it. Talia with the up. Kaylee goes out to Dorea. Dorea off the block and in. We are all knotted up here at 20-20 in game 2.
Again, another close match. Here goes Dorea again with that up and swing.
Sydney Brandon with the serve, 20-20. They go quick again. The block is there. Dorea and Jones, tag team, throwing a party up at the net. And we are at 21-20.
Right here, the start of the block party in which Concordia is invited. Hosted by your Dixie State, Taylor Dorea and Lindsey Jones.
Timeout, Concordia trying to kill a little more momentum once again. Both teams trying to get little runs here, especially at the end of the game. 3 or 4 points can make all the difference. Put a little pressure on the other team.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see if Dixie State can roll out these last 4. Obviously, Concordia wanting to side out and bring the momentum back.
If you're Coach Felder coming out of this timeout, you want to at least push 2 more, I'd imagine. Just give yourself a little bit of cushion. Give yourself a chance to dig one up as you watch a few replays here. We've got Lindsey Jones with the kill.
And those points to help bring Dixie State back in the lead. Dorea right there with that kill. And here goes that block. Bada bing, bada boom.
3 points, and that's where we get back to 21-20 Dixie, as Dixie will try to serve out the match as soon as this timeout ends, which will be momentarily. Dorea is not serving. That is not Dorea, that is Anderson. Or Brandon, Sydney Brandon, sorry. You can see so many different players, and they all seem to wear the same jersey. I guess that's why they call it a team sport. And the serve just goes long.
Not how you want to start out, but I mean, Dixie State, hopefully.
Exactly what Concordia was looking for with the timeout, though.
Number 3, Rachel Flynn, looking pretty close to touching it.
That's one of those you're not sure if you really want to touch it, but then you're glad you didn't.
It's number 1, Farron Duncan. Oh, sorry, excuse me, number 9, Olivia Zoeli.
Oh, an excellent push to the deep corner. Dug up there by Dieters. Flynn off the
swing.
tip.
Oh,
outside to Dorea.
And it
no
hits
good.
the outside pole.
Fry goes up and puts it down quick with the quick kill. As the block was there, but unable to do anything with it. 22-22, deadlocked here in game 2. Back to serve is the libero, Alex Anderson.
Oh,
a little high five at the net.
Bad pass by Concordia, lucked out. Flynn
rolls one over. Brown tips it up.
Oh, and that was number 3, Flynn, and number 12, Amber Rose with the block.
Concordia takes the 1-point advantage here. Went with the quick set, but Flynn and Rose were both there waiting for it. Number 2 to serve now, Logan Grove. As we are awaiting this serve, we have a few players, I believe, or not players, officials over there seeing if we have the correct score or a correct substitution. We are asking for the coach. We'll let you know what happens when we know. As Dixie State is getting a free icing here on Concordia serving. Poor Logan Grove back there having to hear it from these fans as she is being iced. She now knows the net is large. It's bigger than it actually is,
it's
apparently.
Standard for collegiate play.
Yeah, the net appears to be normal. I think we might be having an illegal substitution, and that's what we're trying to figure out. If so, I believe that is a cost of the point or serve. That's just a thought, though. They don't pay me to ref, so I just get paid to think.
Well, you get paid?
No, I don't even get paid, but I like to pretend I do, you know? Makes it a little more interesting.
Right.
As Logan Grove has now been sitting back there for about 3 minutes wondering, how am I going to serve this ball? No pressure whatsoever. We're only at 23-22. As the floor judge over there will try to explain to Coach Felder what the rotation dilemma was, or if there was one. Felder seems not entertained by the reasoning. And we are cleared to play again.
Again, score is 23-22. Concordia over Dixie State.
Welcome back. Nothing changes. Logan Grove serves it out. And she was iced there after the long wait. Number 10 will check in, Brett Anderson, as Dixie State is now 3-3. What a tough ball to let go there. But Talia Brown made the right choice and got out of the way, along with Sydney Brandon. The serve is on its way. Kaylee puts the serve in. Flynn with the shot down off of Kaylee Fry's hands. Concordia will serve for game 2.
Now, folks, for those who do not know, in these games you have to win by 2. It is a game to 25, but for instance, it's 23-24. If Concordia does not get this, you have to win by 2.
Another serve long by Rachel Flynn.
I wouldn't call it being nervous, maybe. You know, she's had good serves all night.
It looked like her hand just came through a little late on her toss, causing the ball to be so high up in the air as we got 24-24. Dennison sets it up. Schumacher sends a hit long. The ball was not touched as Dixie State will serve for game 2.
Now Dixie State is up. Their point advantage right now. Going.
Darea gets the call from the coach of where to serve it, and she's on her way. Right down to the bottom for
and
an
ace to finish off the game. 26-24. Your Dixie State Red Storm take game 2. And it is 2-0 right here. And it is Darea. Ace.
got the call from the coach. Excellent serve, just barely grazes the top of the net on its way over. Just the way you want it. As we have reached our Game 2, Game 3 break. We have a 5-minute break, and we'll be back in a few minutes as we get a few stats from Game 1 and Game 2. And we'll be back.
There is a place where the desert comes alive, where rain breaks forth from solid stone and gardens spring from blistered rock. There is a place with enough color to make a rainbow jealous, where boulders are bigger than buildings and cliffs are higher than clouds. There is a place that will straighten your step, tighten your grip, widen your eyes, and open your jaw. There is a place.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
There is a place where young and old make connections, where kids feel like grown-ups, and grown-ups feel like kids. There is a place where beauty arises in contrast, where wonder is universal, and laughter second nature. There is a place where friends find a future, families find each other, and feelings find their home. There is a place.
Es un corto trayecto de su colonia hasta su bosque local. Para encontrar un parque o zona verde cerca de usted, visite descubreelbosque.org.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
There is a place where rocks bleed and nature blushes on a battlefield green with envy, where dimples determine destiny and a tiny wooden T holds the outcome in the balance. There is a place where friends are opponents and opponents are friends, where the prize is elusive, the conquest is captivating, and the score isn't settled till the drinks are down. There is a place.
And welcome back here.
Welcome back, folks, as Hayden just said.
Here we are. We got a few statistics for you from Games 1 and Game 2. And it kind of tells the story of how both games came to a conclusion. In the first game, you had 11 errors in the very first game from Concordia, which led to the 25-21 game.
Dixie State, yeah.
And Dixie State in the second had more errors, 9, but snuck away with the win there, as Concordia only had 6 errors in the second game. Kind of clean it up, as you kind of expect to do on the road. Game 1 and Game 2, you can try to get together a little bit and then work your way back out. Your kills were pretty even both games, 13 and 12, 13 and 12.
Yeah.
Both team with 25 kills. Obviously leading the kills for Concordia is Rachel Flynn.
For both teams, she's wow, she's doing a lot. She has 12 kills so far, as you were about to say.
12 is double any other player on either team.
Yeah.
As Dixie has Brett Anderson leading the way with 6 kills, and they've added 4 from Derea as well as 4 from Delaney Daniel. Concordia also getting a lot of help from number 13, Auten Kira, or Kira Auten would be her real name if we don't say her last name first. But our 5-minute break is back and over with, and we've got Dixie and Concordia both on the floor, ready to go.
Concordia Concordia trying to at least get a W. As we've seen, now this is kind of looking familiar. I'm not going to say this is not going to be like last Wednesday against Notre Dame, but Notre Dame came in and was down 2-0, then played behind and won Game 3, beat Dixie State and stayed ahead in Game 4, and lost in Game 5, 15-9. So it'd be very interesting to see how Concordia comes out and making their adjustments, and especially with Dixie State and and what they're doing.
Service errors. We had 4 total for Concordia and 4 total for Dixie State. Aces 3 for Concordia and 2 for Dixie State. So everything else is pretty much even. And we are underway here, Game 3, as Logan Grove will now serve to start Game 3. And she starts it off with an ace. The little float serve did not float as far as Dixie was hoping it would, as it falls to the floor for 1-0.
Yeah. Here we go again with that ace.
Dixie
just
a little flat-footed.
Tad bit slow.
Anderson. Dorea with the kill. 1-1.
And here we go with that swing coming out the outside through the hands of Concordia.
Dixie State with a little different starting lineup here in Game 3, as Jacqueline Condy is now in the game here.
And number 6, Gianna Kill is also in the game for the outside.
As Jacqueline tries to get a hand on it right there, not able to.
Yeah, Dixie State getting a little lucky, missing with both defenders. I was getting ready to get the ball.
As I thought the ball was touched. They're discussing whether or not the ball was touched. It was touched. As that point will go to Concordia. As Nate and I thought we saw the touch up here.
Yeah.
Once again, we are not the refs. We just have to announce what we see, and that's what we saw. They got it correct. It is 2-1 Concordia. Right here is the touch, right off Jacqueline's hands. Now serving number 3, Rachel Flynn. Maybe. We've got our floor judge on the other side once again, and we're ready. Rachel serves it into the net.
Second bad serve coming straight from Rachel Flynn at least on her first one. The last bad serve she had turned it over. It could have won the game for Concordia in Game 2, but instead gave a little hope and momentum for Dixie State.
Mackenzie Bird Murphy with the serve. Carries into Rachel Flynn. Off the speaker, well played. Elected to push it over. Quick shot. No one there. Just a miscommunication there by the players, as one player dove, one player stayed put. But it looks to me as if Felder has gone to that same change she went to after the Notre Dame game.
Yeah.
Changed her starting lineup, changed the people who are there. Maybe there's just something we don't know about these substitutions, which is obvious because we don't know why they do it. Tries to go to the deep corner. Taylor's there. Andrews pushes one over.
Jones with the swing, back up. Stays on Dixie's side.
Jacqueline Condy pushes one over. The ball set up to the outside hitter, number 22, with the kill off of the block. It's Ellie Ladensack. Pardon me. Ellie Ladensack with the kill right here off the block and out of bounds. Number 14 serving, that is Taylor Dennison. Ooh, and that ball is put straight down by number 3, Lindsey Jones.
Lindsey Jones serving it back into that Concordia defense. She said, thank you for the present. Christmas came early, and here you go.
That ball went down on the 9, inside the 10-foot line, just about 9 feet. Foot. Very tough to dig anything that close. Concordia goes with the quick, just a little high. Taylor puts it up. Jacqueline Condy goes deep corner. Off the top of the block of Lindsay, number 16 with the kill. That is Hannah Andrews once again. 5-3 Concordia in Game 3. Now serving is number 5, Katie Napier. Napier. Anderson up to Fry. Fry back door. Talia Brown back there to hit it. Talia up. Kaylee goes up. Outside to Jacqueline. Jacqueline goes straight down and out.
Here we go again, that replay. Gianna Kira.
Coach Felder not happy with the rotation there of the hitters as she comes out and explains to her girls where she would like them to be. Kaylee goes up top to Jacqueline once again, off the top of the block. Taylor chases it down, off the light post, off the beam.
Again, almost to the speakers.
Rachel somehow gets it over as Kaylee tries to go with the quick. Backdoor, off the block.
Oh.
Dug up by number 5, set by number 2. Dug up by Talia, out to Jacqueline again. Jacqueline off the block.
Dixie
Another
State
great
keeping
rally
it alive.
here. Off the net twice, not a third time. Dixie State with the scrappy point there from both sides. Excellent hustle, excellent result if you're a Dixie fan, as Kaylee tips here.
Yeah.
Once off the net by Rachel. Schumacher tried, or not Schumacher, that was Leidensack tried to get off the net again, just not enough. As Jacqueline Condi back to serve. Or no, that's Gianna Kiowa. Number 6, I believe. I thought we had a 5. That is actually number 6, Miss Kiowa. That was behind the antenna. Point Dixie. Gianna Kiowa with the serve. Ooh, Anderson, that dives in there to get the ball up. Not enough, as the ball will stay low enough to be a kill. Off the quick tip here. Madeline Dieters with the serve for Concordia.
Jones with the swing. Oh, and up at the ceiling.
The ball's blocked. Lindsey Jones sends it back up. They call a double.
Oh, off of Talia Brown.
Talia Brown. Dieters will be serving again.
Serve, set, Drea outside, blocked, but still alive.
Anderson doing the job of the libero. They're getting inside to prevent against any tips or blocks.
Concordia, again, back to Flynn with the tip, and it is successful.
Flynn wisely using the tip there as Coach Felder has seen enough to use a timeout here as Concordia comes out with a quick four-point lead, 9-5. So a little bit of momentum. Looks like Dixie come out a little flat here in game 3. Haven't seen any big plays to get them excited. I'm sure as a coach, that's what Coach Felder's going to ask for right here. A quick bump, nice set to the outside hitters.
Yeah.
Either let Delaney or Taylor swing away at one, try to get a little momentum.
I'm surprised Daniel is not in right now, actually. We'll see how this goes with this new lineup. I know that Gianna Kyo, again, she's a junior college transfer from Phoenix College, and so we'll see how that's working out. She's doing well, so.
Once again, we are in game 3. Dixie took the first 2. And Concordia leads the third, 9-5. Back to serve is still Madeline Dieters. Anderson.
And a nice serve. Drea. Blocked. First one yet. She's been blocked for every swing attempt. There we go again. That throw up. Serve from Dieters.
Backside. Off the block. as Jones gets one to land. Excellent hustle there by number 5, laying out Katie Napier. Not able to get to the ball.
Bird Murphy coming in for Jones. Bird Murphy coming in a little fired up, trying to get her team going. Alex Anderson, getting ready to serve for Dixie State. As they barely get it over.
Quick. Outside to Derea. Oh, Derea.
In.
All over that back line with that shot.
Yeah.
Taylor Derea. Alex Anderson, a little bit of a ball of energy really as that libero spot. Doing her best to bring the team a little bit of energy and help them carry out this game 3. Anderson with the serve.
Again, Coach Felder talking about Alex Anderson. Just her excellent play in the back row and really help it with her passing and her serving, helping create opportunities for Dixie State to be authoritative on offense.
Kaylee Fry sees the low set and jumps all over it and puts that block right there on top of Rachel Flynn to send that ball straight down. As we have a movement violation. Someone is in the wrong location on the serve, and that is going to be a point to Dixie. Don't ask me to explain that call because I don't know the floor
I'm pretty sure
at all.
I think we would call that an ace as well.
If we were scorekeeping, we'd have a lot more kills and a lot more aces for sure because we seem to call everything a kill and an ace. She must have 13 to 14 kills, and it comes back she's got 6. But hey, it looks good.
It looks good.
As Concordia puts a halt on the rally for a minute with this kill from Rachel Flynn once again. And she really does have probably 13 or 14 kills.
Yeah.
Those are legit ones from real scorekeepers. Back to
Flynn
serve.
has a pretty good eye on where to place the ball when going up and swinging.
Ooh, that block was all day right there. As Kaylee decides to involve the fans. Don't worry, we have an explanation of that point. It is called out of rotation and early movement. So you cannot move until the ball has been hit, I presume. And then you can begin to move to try to get your setter in place for the next ball. But until the ball is hit, you need to sit still. And just like you're going to class, sit still and listen. Derea sends one off the dig. It's dug up under control as Concordia is able to get that one back. Kaylee goes outside again to Derea. Derea off the block once again. Sends it up, Rachel Flynn to her setter. The
Going
setter
to
back to Flynn. Derea up. Kaylee back to Derea. Outside, Dieters to the setter. To Flynn with the tip. Up to Derea. Kaylee Fry sends it over. Touched once, touched twice. Free ball from Flynn. Talia. Fry. Mackenzie Bird Murphy with the kill. What a point.
Bird Murphy with that swing.
Watch this momentum. She'd been waiting for one 3 or 4 times.
All she saw was open court and she took it.
Concordia did an excellent job moving, still not letting the ball get to the floor as they had someone make contact. Oh, the excellent net serve from Kaylee Fry. Basically, if you can perfect that serve, you're set.
Yeah.
There's no need to serve any other way. You can roll one off the net like that. It's almost impossible to tell where it's going to roll off.
Yeah.
It's over. Dixie got caught sleeping, had a
Dixie
chance
State
to put one
rallies
away.
Again, keeping that ball alive.
Kaylee Fry, Anderson sets it outside. Brett, Anderson to Anderson. They've probably said that a few times in their life. As that ball is hit out of bounds down the line. Trying to avoid the block, just a little too wide. Kaylee Fry back to serve. We are deadlocked 12-12 here in game 3.
Coming from behind, they were down quite a bit. Timeout, they brought it back a little bit, and now they tied it up.
I think if Dixie State gets another one here, I wouldn't be too surprised to see Coach Weishoff use a timeout as the ball was touched. Yes, it was. Got a substitution, 16,
Coach
Andrews.
Weishoff telling her girls to breathe and take it easy,
On the road, you really have no choice. It's kind of what you have to do. You know the fans are against you.
Yeah.
Anderson with the excellent dig. Derea sends it up. Condi from the back row. No one there with the kill, right in between 2 defenders. Neither one thought they were going to have it, and neither one went for it. The ball falls. 13-13. Here's your replay.
Hey, what sports have you played? You've played, I imagine, sports. You look pretty athletic.
I've played a few too many sports, probably. Growing up, I played football. When I got to high school, I moved over to golf, basketball, and baseball. Served an LDS mission down in the Southern America in Argentina. Learned to play soccer a lot.
All right.
Played a lot of tennis with the family. So pretty much if it involves a sport, I'll play it or try it.
Even in high school, home field advantage is you're on the road. It's kind of intimidating in a sense.
I think even more so in high school. College, you don't get as many people turning out. As a high school, that's about all the high school kids have to do on a night like that.
Yeah,
they don't have as many classes to worry about. In high school, you really just have to show up and breathe to pass. So, I mean, but anytime you go on the road, like, you never know which fans you're going to get. Some people have rowdy fans. Some people have the obnoxious fans. Dixie State's doing a good job with their fans, not being obnoxious.
Yeah.
Being
not
loud,
saying
rowdy,
anything
but
inappropriate or whatnot. I know what you mean. I think playing on the road can be really tough. I know. Oh, there it goes. That swing is a point for Concordia. But playing on the road, we played at Idaho State. And actually, where our sideline was, it's kind of like a dugout. Right above it was the student section. And I tell you, that thing got loud, especially in a dome in the Pocatello, Idaho. So.
Yeah, where there's not much going on there, game day, hey, let's go.
Game day, why not, you know?
So, yeah, I understand, but this gym is kind of open. I've played in a lot of closed gyms, too, where it's really loud.
Yeah.
This gym luckily has the balcony up top, kind of lets everyone breathe. Sound doesn't come right down on top of you. The fans aren't sitting right on top of you. As you notice, they're pretty laid back, as Jacqueline Conde with another amazing kill right there. But anytime you go on the road, that's kind of one of the things you expect, especially where these teams are from California. Not as many fans, hometown fans, can make that travel right during the middle of the week, on the first day of the week where they got to go back to work.
Yeah.
So playing on a Monday on the road is probably pretty tough.
Oh, yeah, I bet. And now Gianna Kyo on that replay coming from that swing. As Concordia is taking back the lead, 17-14. Getting ready to serve. Number 14, libero, Taylor Dennison.
With the ace. I don't know if it's really called the ace or just a bad pass there, but
yeah.
Either way, it's a great serve as Dixie is forced to use another timeout. Trying to cut the rally out as Concordia has taken a 4-point lead here late in game 3, 18-14.
Yeah. Concordia, it's like they're trying to play calm and collective, but also keep up the intensity, if I can say that. Kind of oxymoron, I feel, but Dixie State as well is trying to keep it up and keep up their play.
Dixie State hasn't had many of those fire plays where you come out and have a good play that gets everybody going. And game 3, they've been few and far between.
Yeah.
But they are a team that can change momentum very quickly. As Dixie State wanders back out of the court here.
Yeah.
Probably told we got to have a side out here.
I've yet to see Talia Brown. I mean, maybe she has played. Delaney Daniel hasn't really played that much, which could be a good thing. Just kind of shows the depth that you have as a team, and like she said, like Coach Felder said earlier today, have no players, specific players to watch. They're a pretty balanced team.
That's one of the nice things about having a team like that is you go ahead and you get up 2-0 at your own home court. You can go ahead and experiment a little bit with game 3.
Yeah.
Into game 4 a little bit as well, kind of like we saw with Notre Dame. Obviously on Saturday the girls are like, hey, we got things to do at Saturday.
Yeah.
We got to go shopping, do whatever we do. Let's get out here in 3 quick ones. But it's Monday night. Not much going on Tuesday.
Not much.
So we're going to go ahead and take our time, maybe play some volleyball as Dixie State tries to rally off a few points here and get game 3 under control and get out of the gym early. If not, we'll be here for games 4 and possibly game 5 as well. Conde with an excellent dig. Anderson sets it back to her. Conde pushes deep corner. That's going to be a double hit. You can tell with the way that ball comes off. The hands there with the awkward rotation that it touched both of them.
Here we go.
Just watch this right here. See that weird spin that ball gets as she pushed her right hand a little farther than her left, causing it. She saw the right corner open, so she had the right idea. She just needed to turn her body a little more to push that ball. Number 5.
Oh,
go ahead.
Katie Nampier serving for Concordia.
Jones tries the back door. Conde up.
Concordia seemed to change their lineup as well, as they have number 22 out there outside, Ellie Ladensack. Laden sack.
Ooh,
Of course,
the
you
quick
still have
set
Rachel
just a little
Flynn.
high. Backside. Tip. Talia sets it up. Fry outside to Condi. Condi goes deep corner again. Emerson. Or Dennison, not Emerson. Fry up quick. And down.
Oh,
it's
up.
still up. What an impressive up. As Condi goes ahead and unleashes one.
Gianna Kiowa
It's
with
not
that
Condi.
swing.
I called her Condi the entire point, and the whole time it was not Condi. That was Gianna Kiowa. Sorry, Gianna. What an excellent kill there.
Nice, and again, that Dixie State caught Concordia creeping up.
Those 5s and 6s seem to look a lot alike from up here on this little screen. Sydney Brandon, I believe, is this server. Deep corner with the ace. No one.
Ace.
Rachel
Right
thought
in-
she was a little farther deep, a
Right
little
up,
deeper.
yeah, right in front of the line judge. Oh,
Yep.
wow.
You can see Rachel kind of back up. Oh, nope. I thought I was closer. I got to back up. So
Look at the line judge, not even intimidated by that ball.
I don't think I could be a line judge just because my reflexes would tell me, get that, get that. Oh, Anderson digs one up. Dorea chases, sends a free ball over. Got to be up quick. The left hand. All right, send one over. Talia, deep corner. The set, far corner. Talia lets it bounce out of bounds.
Lets it
Slides
play
there in
out.
time, lets it fall.
Yeah, great play by Brown. As you see right here, she's going for the tip. Oh, faked her out.
Sydney Brandon back to serve again. 18-19. Dixie closing in.
That was number 13, Kyra Alton, just swinging through the hands of Dixie State. As you see right there, took that out of Dixie State's playbook, that little slide set.
I couldn't even see Dorea with the line judge there in my view. I didn't see any block. I was wondering who touched it, but there was Dorea. Outside to Dorea, off the top of the block. In the net is number 2. Logan Grove caught creeping in the net there. Point back to Dixie. Mackenzie Bird Murphy checks back into the front row. We've got Dorea, Bird Murphy, and I believe that's Anderson on the front over there. Alex back serving. Dennison with the dig.
Anderson with the pass. Bird Murphy with the tip. And folks, that just tied it up for Dixie State. Timeout called by Concordia. Here we go with the tip, and it's down.
We've got ourselves a timeout.
What do you say to Concordia? If you were the coach, I mean, you had the momentum. It seems like it kind of fizzled out just a bit. You know, obviously you try new players on the court, so.
Obviously, if I was paying a little more attention to where they're at in the rotation right now, I'd obviously try to go back to Rachel Flynn.
Yeah.
Try to get a set out to her spot where she wants to be and let her swing away. When she's kind of their go-to player. She's got the 6'1" frame, long arms. Give her a chance to get one above the Dixie block, or not go around that backside with a quick shot.
Agreed.
It's been effective. The main thing is you got to have a pass right here. Give your setter something to work with. Give her time to see the court and choose someone to hit it.
Yeah. Another thing is I'm looking on the Concordia roster. This is a young team as they have no seniors, about 4 juniors. The rest are freshmen and sophomores. So this team, you know what? This might be a good team for the years to come.
Alex back to serve. There's that pass I was talking about. They go with the quick, and it works as number 13, Kira Alton, puts it away to take the 1-point advantage here. Back to serve is number 9, Olivia Zolezi.
Oh. Just outside of the hands of Taylor Dorea.
As Sydney Brandon got caught between setting and bumping. I seem to do that a lot when I play myself. I want to set every ball because I have the big enough hands that I can pretty much get to it. But sometimes I'm trying to set them below my waist as Sydney was doing there. Didn't quite work out. As Concordia falling back into that slump again where anytime they get above 20, they seem to have the serve falls
serves,
away.
Bad passes.
That's their third or fourth missed serve after reaching 20 throughout the games. The last game they had 2 costly misses.
Yes.
That ended up costing them the game. A great serve there. Outside to Flynn. Flynn rolls one to the deep corner. Sydney Brandon's there. Up top, Mackenzie Bird Murphy blocked straight down by number 12, I believe, got her hands on that, Amber Rose. Between Amber Rose and Rachel Flynn, someone got a hand on it. We'll take a look if we can see right here in this replay. Nope. Cannot tell who it was, but it was clearly blocked straight down.
It was a good block nonetheless.
Derea running across the middle, sends it to the backside. Excellent dig there from the diving libero. Derea sets one up, goes backside. Down. Excellent adjustment there by Hannah Andrews, trying to get the ball up, but not quite. Had her hands caught up high. Dixie 22, Concordia 23. This game is coming down to the wire. Derea with the serve, gets her.
Clutch serve by Derea.
Taylor
Who's been doing it all in the last 3 games that we've been broadcasting. Here we go with that serve. Off the hands, and what a great serve at this time.
Usually a very sure passer, Taylor Dennison. Sends one right over to our cameraman, James, on the floor.
Yeah.
Does an excellent job of getting out of the way. I'd like to thank our cameramen and camera women for helping us out today. We've got James on the floor, and Candy and Shelby up here on top with us, giving you guys these shots. So we're grateful for their time and efforts helping us out.
Folks, if you're just now tuning in, this is 23-23 at this Dixie State women's volleyball game between Concordia from Irvine, California. And it is currently 2-0 Dixie State, looking to come back and make this final sweep. It's been a very neck-and-neck game, as unfortunately Concordia cannot finish, had a chance and opportunity to finish game 2 in their favor, but certain events didn't make that happen. And we're in the same situation right now as Dixie State's coming off the ace, Concordia calling the timeout.
Both teams here 2-2 in conference play. So one team will go to 2-3 tonight, and the other team will go 3-2, as Derea will look to serve out the match for Dixie State. 23-23. The ball is dug up by Fry off her face. Dennison with the dig.
Nice way to keep the ball alive.
Oh, at 16, Hannah Andrews gets the kill just outside the diving arm of Alex Anderson, as she made an effort there to get the ball that was tipped off of, I believe, the front blocker there. Either one of the Mackenzie Bird Murphy or maybe Jones. I'm not positive.
Again, folks, this is a game to 25. It's Concordia point. And Concordia takes it. Actually finishes game 3.
Concordia came through as Rachel Flynn got herself some redemption there, as she was one of the 2 players who missed a clutch serve in the waning moments of game 2. Gets the serve in game 3 when it matters, as Concordia steals game 3 from Dixie State. And we will be back in 1 minute.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing. I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
The Community Education Channel, serving Washington County for 20 years, covering DSU athletics, local high school events, city councils, the Economic Summit, Chamber of Commerce meetings, community events like Washington City Veterans Day celebration, and much more. Visit cectvutah.com for broadcast schedule and more information.
See if I ask you if you want to see it again.
Welcome. If you're just now tuning in, it is Dixie State women's volleyball right now as they're playing Concordia University out of Irvine, California. It is currently 2-1 Dixie State. We're about to begin, hopefully, in about a minute and a half, begin the game 4 between Dixie State and Concordia. Here are some of the highlights so far. Lindsey Jones with the kill, and the tip coming from Fry. Some highlights from Concordia as well.
Concordia made a living on game 3 with the tip, which is what they did in an interview. Oh, we're not even on yet.
All right, so I'm just gonna act like.
Oh, maybe we are live. Maybe they can hear us out there. If they can, you heard us talking a little bit about a few of the replays and how Concordia was living on that game 3 with the tip.
Yeah.
As we'll have to see if Dixie can make a few changes to avoid letting them tip all over them.
Yeah.
And Dixie State will have to make a few changes of how to keep Concordia off their serve, as Concordia had 3 or 4 rallies of 4+ serves that game to kind of give them the space they needed to pull that game out.
I know. Again, one of the keys to in winning for Dixie State is containing their hitters, and one of the for Concordia, their hitter Rachel Flynn is just really making a lot of noise for them and keeping them in the game.
I haven't heard anything about Delaney Daniel, as she is still not on the court. I'm not sure if she is not feeling well or just trying a new rotation from Coach Felder here. But if we hear anything on that, we'll let you hear it, obviously. Dixie is back to serve this first game as soon as we get our rotations set up where we want them and how we have them. Alex Anderson in for Lindsey Jones to pass on the back row. Dorea will start the serving for Dixie State in game 4. Dixie's up 2-1 over Concordia. Once again, the first play comes out, it's a little tip. Not the tip you'd normally expect, as the Dixie defense dove in for the quick tip, but the tip sails long there. Just an excellent use of the palm as she puts it right over Anderson's head, who was creeping in to cover the tip, and it bites her. Rachel with the serve. Mackenzie Bird Murphy with the hit. Hannah Andrews. Anderson digs it outside to Giona. Dug up again. Quick. Logan goes back row to Flynn. Dug up by Dorea. Not Dorea. Hannah Andrews tips it over. Kaylee tips it up. Anderson with the set. Outside. Ball is down. Number 10, Brett Anderson with the kill for Dixie.
Hard
An excellent
point for Dixie State.
Very long point. Either way that one went, both teams were going to be satisfied with the effort from the girls. Mackenzie Bird Murphy with the serve. Outside, number 22, that is Layden Sack. Ball quick up. Lindsey Jones and Giona Kioa with the block there, as they both get up quickly to keep that one in play, and Concordia is not able to send it back. Mackenzie Bird Murphy with another excellent serve. Hannah Andrews outside, misses the line, just wide. Mackenzie Bird Murphy back to serve again for the Storm. Ball appeared to be going long, but it was played. Gianna Kioa sends it over. The quick set, number 12 with the quick kill. That is Amber Rose. First time we've called her name in a minute.
Yeah.
She didn't have many kills there in game 3 that I can remember, but Amber comes in with the quick kill right here. Didn't take long to get that ball over as she jumped up and saw the chance and went after it.
And a nice swing coming from Lindsey Jones in the middle. There you go. Fry with the set, and Jones right in the middle. Had a little touch to that. We have Talia Brown serving. Nice up. Oh. Alex Anderson with barely over. Point for Dixie State. Calling double hit. Here we go. Oh. Talia Brown getting ready to serve. Oh, judge is talking about that last call.
And we may have a change in the call. We do not.
Oh, the last. Talia Brown from Kuku High School, Kahuku, Hawaii, serving for Dixie State.
A deep tip. Kaylee goes up top. Oh. As Ellie Ladensack makes herself at home on that set as it got a little close to that, and she put it away before Lindsey Jones had a chance to get to it.
That last point. Oh, well, that was 2 points ago.
I believe that was the call the umpire was checking with the floor judge on, whether or not she was roofed as the setter.
Yeah, and that was number 22, Ellie Ladensack from Phoenix, Arizona, with that swing and off the hands of Dixie State.
Gianna Kiowa tries to get out of the way of it, not in time. As Jacqueline Condi is unable to get the return on there.
Nice rally. Anderson hit it over. Oh, 13. Alton with that swing. Just Brown couldn't get it up as she was trying to protect her face on that one.
Concordia
coming hot
with the lead, 6-5. Seems to have a little more fire once again here in game 4. Dixie State started out hot and has kind of fallen asleep. Kiowa sends it back to Anderson. Anderson pushes it over. The set is up quick, blocked back. Up again off a speaker, and that's going to come down on Dixie's side for the point for Dixie. 6-6, Dorea will check in as well as Sydney.
Sydney Brandon ready to serve from Bountiful, Utah.
Dorea with the long
with
shot.
the swipe to the back, deep into the court. Right, here we go again. Dorea's like, whip, gotcha. That's out.
Concordia with the side out as Dieters will sub in to serve most likely. 7-7 here in game 4. Dieters back to serve. Talia bumps it up to Kaylee. Kaylee goes backside to Jones. Jones to the ground. Dennison is there with the dig. She sends it over. Fry outside to Dorea. Dorea off the block. It's hit. It's down. Blocked by number 2 and number 13. That is Logan Grove. And Kira Alton with the block for Concordia, giving them another 1-point advantage here. Dorea with the swing there as it is blocked straight down by number 13 and number 2. Back row to Talia Brown. Sends it over. Lindsey Jones with the kill, straight down. Here's that kill again from Lindsey. Alex Anderson back to serve for the Storm. 8-8 in game 4. Concordia wanting a touch, but I thought it went off the net. I did not see a touch, but it was deflected there. Maybe it wasn't a net. So side out goes to Concordia. Derea off the block. Point, Dixie State. Derea doing an excellent job tonight using the block as well as all the other hitters from both sides, placing the block in the way. Logan Grove with the crafty left hand there pushes it over right to the gap of the Dixie State defense. Just sees no one there and puts it straight down very wisely. Logan Grove with the serve. Derea plays it. No one's there. Mackenzie Bird Murphy with the kill right off the block as it comes back to Dixie State side, out of bounds. Taylor Derea back to serve for Dixie State. Mackenzie Bird Murphy there to make sure it does not come across. Did not need to touch it though, as the serve was never given a chance to the setter. Derea again with the serve. Rachel Flynn comes flying from the backside, gets all the way up and makes a kill. Now checking in is number 5, Jacqueline Condi. Rachel works her way around the libero to get that pass. Ball's up. Kaylee goes to it. Outside. Rachel digs it up. Andrews with the swing. Off. Anderson. Kaylee goes outside. And down as Giona Kiowa with the kill. 12-12 here in game 4. Serving is number 17, Mackenzie Bird Murphy. Oh, the net serve not in their favor that time as it hits the net, bounces twice, and comes back down on Dixie's side. 13-12, Concordia. Back and forth game here in game 4. Neither team getting much more than 1 or 2 at a time. As Dixie scrambles to get a point, not quite to get it over. As Coach Felder will use a timeout to keep this one from getting out of hand in game 4 here. Coach Felder looking over her notepad. See what she has to tell the girls here. Going into game 4, you're down 2 at a crucial point in the middle of the game to kind of try to gather some points. As Coach Weishoff probably telling her this is a chance for us to
really capitalize and keep the momentum going.
Keep them off balance.
I don't think, I'll be honest, I'm looking, I don't know if Flynn has came out yet. I've seen her in back row. I've seen her obviously in the front playing outside, getting a couple kills.
Now that you make the comment, I don't know that she has subbed. I think she's played all the way around all night long. which could be a factor if they go to Game 5. The ladies could get a little tired, as she's been obviously one of the main go-tos. So they're sending it to her pretty commonly, as she had 12 kills in the first 2 games.
Yeah. Again, Concordia, a young team, and right now Rachel Flynn, a sophomore, you know, and most of the players on this court right now, all sophomores and freshmen, with a few juniors. Number 22, Ella Layden-Sack.
4 juniors, and the rest is underclassmen.
The rest is underclassmen.
You have a great future if your kids don't transfer away. Another block by number 16, one of those juniors, Hannah Andrews. Goes up alone and sends it straight back down. It's a great solo block. Once again, the serving woes, here they come. As you're on a roll and you shoot yourself in the foot with a missed serve. Back to serve for Dixie is Talia Brown. That's one thing I think Coach Weishoff would agree with us that really hurt her team tonight so far, is just missing those serves.
Yeah.
Not something you want to do, not something you want to miss ever, let alone in the close games. But the block there by Lindsey Jones, also a solo block. So both teams' middles doing their job.
Missing those serves, not really giving your team a chance to create more points, can definitely affect you.
Outside to Layden-Sack, dug up by Talia. Anderson will swing it over. Gianna goes wide.
Point.
Back to serve for Concordia. Number 5, Katie Napier.
Jones with the swing. Oh, Concordia. Wow, with the touch.
Layden-Sack.
Layden-Sack coming in with. I felt the power with that swing.
Impressive kill. Leaning away too. Oh, the speaker rejects that one.
Lindsey Jones with that swing.
The speaker has a block party of its own on that last shot.
Wow.
As Rachel Flynn made an excellent play to get back to it. Sends it straight in the air right here, and the speaker will knock it straight down.
Brings that score 15-17, Concordia. We have Jenna Kiora coming from Phoenix, Arizona, at Phoenix College, JUCO transfer.
Layden-Sack straight up. Talia off the roof. An amazing effort just to get it with that deflection off the roof. Concordia 18-15 with the lead. Back to serve.
Dieter's coming in
number
to
10.
serve. It's been a while since we've seen her. Or at least she's probably been a little quiet last game.
Yeah, last game she had the serves that kind of gave him game 4. She got him up there 4 in a row. And someone is in the net. Number 13. That is Kira Auten, called for being in the net. As Dixie State gets a break they definitely needed, as they get a side out there. Derea checks in, and Anderson to serve. Anderson gets a hand on it, but Talia Brown not able to get back to it again. Once again, Concordia relying a lot on the softer hit, almost a tip, but not really just a tip, just a light hit. Finding its way down in between the block and the dig. Not much has changed from the timeout to timeout. Pretty much the same message from coaches, one coach to another.
Indeed.
Dixie State saying we got to have a side out. Concordia saying this is when we got to have those serves. Once again, thank you, Shelby, Candy, and James, for your help with the cameras, as well as those people behind the scenes doing their jobs, Lauren, Marcus, and Megan. Appreciate your efforts in helping us bring this live to those people enjoying this from the comfort of their own homes. Concordia 19, Dixie State 16. We are in game 4. Back to serve is number, I'm not sure what number it is, but she serves it. Anderson sends it up. Dorea with the swing from the outside. Oh, miscommunication there as the setters thought the back row was going to get to it. They did not. 17-19, Dixie State trailing 2. Here is Mackenzie. Nope, that is Kaylee Fry to serve. The setter coming from the opposite side of the court there on that replay. Did not quite get there in time.
Fry getting ready to serve.
Off the beam. Rachel Flynn, the ball is corralled right there. Goes to the deep corner,
and
excellent
nice
placement.
Push. Again, there goes, Fry's vision has been on point.
She sees everything 2 or 3 seconds before the rest of us do. As she just comes up, realizes no one's back in that corner, and sends it there.
And a nice save from Flynn right now.
Outside
Keep
to
that
Dorea.
ball alive for Concordia.
Once again, Dorea straight down to the ground.
But
just
Dorea
inside,
has other plans.
just inside of Dennison's reach there. Concordia with the timeout as Dixie State has tied it up. Once again, another timeout. Both teams trying to keep this momentum as in this crucial game 4. Dixie State can close it out with a win and win the match if they can get these last 6 points. And Concordia, in order to play one more, has to have the win.
Yeah.
Both coaches probably pretty much the same message, 19-19. If you're serving in Dixie State, continue to push. If you're Concordia, we got to have a side out.
Yeah. What you're hoping for is to, again, not happen with game 1 and 2 and really try to finish this out if you're Concordia. Side out on this and hopefully get on that little hot streak.
The serve is over, not iced. Rachel Flynn. It's up. Dorea puts it up. Fry back to Dorea. Dorea sneaks one over the net. Dove in. Rachel Flynn with the dive. Quick. Bird Murphy.
And Bird Murphy just fine in that hole.
Dixie State gets that point they were looking for. Kaylee Fry with another serve. Tries to go outside back row. It's up. Dorea has to be careful. Nice and close.
Oh.
It's tipped back over again.
And it's back in the
Dorea
face.
gets up in time. Outside, lone blocker.
Flynn block, and it's out. Point for Concordia.
Brett Anderson and Mackenzie Bird Murphy up there with the block. Unfortunately, it came down just out of bounds right by Rachel Flynn's feet there. 20-20. Giona with the up. Taylor with the swing. Dennison with an excellent dig. Andrews with the swing. An excellent angle there. Sends it clear up to Coach Winters in the stands. 21-20. Concordia with this kill from Andrews. What an angle right there. Logan Grove with the serve. Anderson sends it forward to Dorea. Dorea, sharp angle, just enough as number 12 got a hand on it. And Andrews was not able to keep control. 21-all, game 4. Taylor Dorea back to serve. Dennison.
And a swing from Flynn. Again.
Rachel Flynn just unloaded on that one. Anderson tried to take away the line, and Flynn just snuck it in just barely inside of where Anderson was standing.
Nice pass from Anderson. Oh!
Straight down. It's going to be out of bounds. Yes, it is. 22 all. Dixie State, Concordia, game 4. If you're just joining us, Dixie State took the first 2. Concordia got away with game 3. And game 4 is coming down to the last points here. Mackenzie Bird Murphy, local Snow Canyon graduate, with the serve. Ooh, the short quick serve, not quite high enough to put a swing on. Kiona off the touch. It is down. Dixie State 23. Kiona Kiowa with the kill. Kiona Kiowa playing excellent here in game 4. Getting her hands on a lot of passes, and with that kill there, gives Dixie State the lead. 23-22. Concordia takes a timeout to try to calm the girls down and get everything under control here. You watch this replay here. Kiona gets up quick and sends it right over number 2's head, Logan Grove, as she tries to get a hand on it. Unable to set it up in the air as it just ricochets straight to the back wall. 23-22, Nate.
23-22.
Game 4. Dixie State looking to close it out. As they come out, their little cheer is finish. One thing that they were not able to do last game, we were locked up at 23-23. And Concordia came out and stole 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Bird Murphy back to serve for Dixie.
Ready, locked in right now. Bird Murphy looking to close this game out.
And we are live once again. Here we go. Mackenzie Bird Murphy puts the serve in. They get the tip. Jones turns and fires it. A quick kill. She wasn't sure whether to try and set it or go with a straight kill. Leidenschek didn't really have much of a choice
crowd
there.
Is standing up, cheering, hopefully close the game out.
Leidenschek with a swing. Down, we'll play another point. 24-23. Concordia to
now
serve.
Dixie State can still run straight up.
Do not have to win on your own serve.
No, yeah.
Those are just the rules you make up in your backyard with your friends because you don't want to lose, right?
When you don't want to lose, right.
So Dennison with the serve, gets the clutch serve, gets the hard part. Jones sends it down. It's up in the air.
Concordia keeping it alive.
Dennison sends it back over.
Who do you send it to? Dorea?
Giona off the shoulder.
Oh, and Concordia still keeps it alive. Off the
Jones.
shoulder.
Touch
and game.
That's the ball game,
folks.
Game, set, and match to Dixie
Game,
State. What
set,
a point.
Match.
What a point for game point as Concordia was all over the court trying to make a play there. Dixie State hangs on and gets a win, 25-23.
Nonetheless, folks, what an exciting game. And that last kill was coming from Lindsey Jones. Man. So again, that Dixie State wins out 3-1 as they took game 1, 2, and 4. And they win 25-23. Overall thoughts of the game.
Once again, I thought Dixie State came out tough to beat at home in those first 2 games. Looked sharp. Came out in game 3 a little flat-footed. Bounced back in game 4 and got the win. Concordia, like I said, Concordia after that break and in between game 2 and game 3, lit a little bit of a fire. Came out hot, started well, but just didn't have enough in the end of game 4 to finish it out.
Yeah. Who would you say player of the game?
I thought Giona Kiowa came off the bench. Played really well for him, but once again, it was a combined effort. Kaylee Fry always has the court vision needed, necessary to help her team out and do what they need to do.
Great game by both teams. Folks, stay tuned as, again, we will see you this Saturday as it is Dixie State for women's volleyball, as it is Dixie State versus Azusa Pacific at 12 noon. All right, and this is Nate Laylout, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Hayden Peterson, and we're grateful for all the help we had with the cameras and all those behind the scenes. And that's all we have.
All right, have a good evening, everybody.